Right guys, welcome to the HRH couch.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Is it comfy for you, the couch?
It's great.
It's,
What does HRH stand for?
Yeah, what is that?
Hard Rock Hell.
We thought we was going to meet His
knew
Royal
it.
Highness at one point, you know what I mean? It was a bit weird, wasn't it?
What
We went to
was?
see Charlie Boy, didn't we, at first?
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
guys,
good.
What have you been up to in the last year?
Do you want to lead off?
Well, yeah, about a year ago, I got a phone call from Pete Barton, Rock Artist Management, and he said, I've got a proposition for you. How would you feel about doing an Atomic Roosters kind of reunion, but there are a few issues, mainly Vincent Crane, has passed on, and stuff. So, I was in the band for 18 months. Pete was in the band with me in 1971, and then Chris Fowler was in the band. So, so I phoned Pete up and put it to him. And you see what I did there?
It's quite sweet.
Did you see that?
It's quite smart.
It was quite smart. So I phoned Pete up and I said, Pete, you know, and Vincent's widow was okay with it. She gave full blessing. So that was the main thing. So then we need, well, because the agent said, because I've got this dynamite organist who's a big Vincent Crane fan, he's really into the stuff, so I said, we'll give it a go. So we found ourselves in Clitheroe in Lancashire rehearsing, and with one drummer, he then couldn't do it, and then we got Bo, who's fantastic. Yeah, so here we are.
In terms of touring, what have you done, you know, recently? What sort of gigs have you played?
Well, we did the Butlins things, didn't we, a little while ago?
Yeah,
we
we
played
did. Yeah, we
Minehead,
did
we
Minehead
did the
and
100 Club, we did the Cambridge Rock Festival, we did, we did, what's that place? Hull, we did another place in the middle.
Yeah, we did. It went like this. We were in Clitheroe. I'm actually from Manchester, but I live down south. So we rehearsed in Clitheroe, but we had a warm-up gig. So we rehearsed for 3 days, just 3 days. And then Pete Barton said, I've got you warm in the hotel where we were staying, the Swan and Royal in Clitheroe. And it was fantastic. So we're in the bar, Atomic Rooster, in the bar of this hotel. But outside there was a board going, tonight, Atomic Rooster, live from 9 o'clock. And then at the bottom it said, this is not a tribute act.
Yeah. So he sailed us into a gig straight away when we're just saying hello to each other, really. You know, which is a bit of that was really.
Of course, that gig found itself, and you can get it on the internet. It's out there. Someone had recorded it, and it's on a thing. But to be quite honest, we haven't done that many gigs because it's a month since we played together. And stuff's really tricky. So all the way up, I'm listening to the stuff, you know, because some of the instrumentals get a bit. And nothing's straightforward with Rooster. It's not like 4 bars of this, 8 bars of that, then 4 bars. It's like this time, it's not going to do it the second time. It's going to do it 9.5 times as opposed to 3. And it's, you know, so it's all really discombobulated.
But it makes it exciting. The funny thing is, because you can get very precise and get boring. You know, it's a little bit on edge sometimes, which I you hate it, but you love it at the same time.
As musicians, it makes life more exciting for you.
It certainly makes it adventurous, you know.
You've just played an acoustic set, which is amazing. I mean, I see you didn't want to sit down really, did you? You wanted to get
Well, yeah. I do acoustic gigs myself to make a bit of a living, you know, doing acoustic. And when I first started about eight years ago, because it comes, you know, I ended up after Rooster, and very quickly, when I joined Rooster, I was straight from Manchester. I wasn't a lead guitar player. I answered the ad in the paper, and someone said, one of my flatmates, why don't you answer that ad? And I thought, well, I don't play, I'm a rhythm guitar player, you know, that sort of thing. So overnight, I had to give myself a bit of a crash course. But now all this stuff's in between, you know, playing with The Who and Paul Young and all this sort of stuff. But you don't get the work as a session player anymore. I didn't want to be that. So I started playing acoustic gigs. When I first did it, I thought, I actually hate acoustic guitar. I think it's a thing that you write songs on, then you get off, to be quite honest. So I sat down because I thought that's what you did as an acoustic player, and I thought this is really unnatural. So then I thought, no, so I stand up and play it, and I go out, you know. So that's why it's a bit funny sitting down, but there you go, yeah.
If we turn to the future, have you got any plans for new material?
Oh yeah.
Gonna write some
Yeah, I mean that's always on the cards. I mean, I wrote lyrics for Cactus. When I was with Cactus, I wrote lyrics for them. I wrote lyrics for Leaf Hound. I've done 3 albums when I wrote lyrics for those.
You wrote lyrics for your ex-wife?
Yeah, I did, yeah. I wrote, and also I did a solo album called Ducks in Flight with some pretty big names. It was my solo album, Polydor gave me. And I'm hoping that's going to be re-released soon because it's not seen light of day. and that's got people like Brian Robertson, Mickey Moody, Kenny Jones on drums, all the rest of it, and it's a really good album.
And they're all alive.
And they're all alive, yeah. They're all alive.
They're all alive, yeah.
Yes, I think they're alive.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm hoping that will come out sometime this year. I'm having a bit of an argy-bargy with the company, but I'm hoping that'll come out. So I've got that little thing going on, but we've all got little fingers in pies, you know. But
I think
it's a good one.
I think straight away, because this band is so fantastic, it sounds great live. We immediately went, we should do a new album, because it's really vital. It's not like we're going through the motions of.
The sad thing is, it's a bit like Roger Daltrey said when the Who was going to do an album. There's so much bootlegging going on. The amount of money that it costs to do an album, they're losing in the bootlegging. And if they can't make it, it makes you very cautious, and other people very cautious about putting the money in, because it's a business at the end of the day. I don't look at it that way entirely, but the people that part with the pound notes, they look at it purely as tins of beans. So it's music's going for a funny phase that way at the moment.
But we'll do it anyway, just to make music.
Yeah, we'll just
to make music. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the problem with it. It's not that you know it costs money to do a good recording, and nobody wants to chuck out some Tim Pop thing like you're hearing at the moment. And most of the songs, I'll be really candid. Most of the stuff I hear now, even the pop music and everything else, it's not necessarily the content isn't very good, but the productions are crap. They're all compressed. The rock ones are all compressed to hell. They're all on computer flipping. Programs.
It's funny to say that.
And the drums are always done. It's all like electronic drums and everything else, and it's all done on a budget. But you know, the Quincy Jones experience isn't there anymore. You know, you just haven't got that great, beautiful productions. You know.
2 years ago, I formed a band, deadmanscrawler.net, and I said to the band, we want to do an album. So we rehearsed. I said, what we want to do, we don't want to do. It's very hard to get gigs down on that level. So I do pub gigs myself, which is great. So I said, we're going to gig just to get the band tight, because I want to then go in we had a garage. We've got a garage. Just set up mics and record the whole thing and play each song until, because that's fantastic. Because you get that energy on the thing. Anybody can make a good record now, i.e. with computers, move stuff around, make it tight, but it's very hard to make a Way Hey album. It was listening to the Bob Dylan basement tapes, just my wife bought me the whole set, and I thought, this is great, it's all really ropey, it's a bad sound, but it's got energy on there, and so we could do that, couldn't we? We should have recorded that and released it.
Have you got a message for your fans out there? Best message to end on?
Yeah, well, for me, I thought I'd be pushing a Zimmer frame at my age, but I ain't, and I'm still rocking, and I'm still keeping several bands going. So, hey, keep it going, people. It's great. It's good to be appreciated. It's good to be appreciated. You know.